Alright, we are back with Sonic in 2025. This is the first stream of 2025. Obviously, it's only been 5 days into the damn year. But, yeah, we have a couple of recommendations off the bat. There's actually quite a few, and it's pretty long as well. So we'll get that locked and loaded. I'll wait for YouTube to give me that notification. There we go. I got that notification. That's good. Hopefully, you guys got the notification too. And I'm just gonna wait a little bit for people to join in here. Give me a second. Alright, YouTube says we're good, I think. All messages. There we go. Alright, that's good. Hello, welcome Andrea. How's it going? Hello Gortor, welcome. How are you doing as well? Sean, what is up? Higer, sup bro, was watching a movie. Hi everyone. Hola Andrea. What movie were you watching? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you guys as well. Hey G, what is up Omega? How's it going? Wyatt, what is up bro? Hey, what is up? Welcome to the stream. I'm early today. You are early today. That's good. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. It's nice to see that. We have a couple videos ready to go. The first one was Sonic X Shadow Generations all main shadow levels speedrun plus S rank. So we're gonna watch a speedrunning video, even though it's 42 damn minutes. I mean, it does take a long time to beat the game, so it is a condensed version, I guess. I mean, it is a speedrun, so it's the quickest way possible, I'm guessing, or one of the quickest way possibles. But still. Prince of Egypt is free on YouTube. Oh, okay, I see. Interesting. Hello, Sean. Omega, my boy. Hi. Yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well, Gortor. Hopefully 2025 is good for everybody so far, even though it's only, what, 5 days into the year? But hopefully it's good. Hopefully nothing unfortunate has happened, and I'm hoping that 2025 is a great year for everybody here, or everybody in general. And yeah, how you doing, Wyatt? Yeah, Wyatt's also here as well. Liking that. I'm liking that. It's good. It's good. We have, I think, we're missing like Cheese. I don't know if Alex is gonna join. Maybe KR might join as well. A couple people have not joined so far, but it's okay. It's okay. They're probably sleeping, honestly. I'm not gonna cap. Already a week. Time goes faster than usual. Gotta go fast. Oh, there you are, Cheese, man. Welcome, bro. How you are? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, bro? How you doing? It's already a week. Well, some stuff happened, but nothing personal. Well, hopefully it is a good year, though, Sean. And yeah, don't let anything bring you down, or try not to let it bring you down. Cheese is tired, bro. I swear you. You're constantly tired, bro. Fair enough, though. Fair enough, man. Honestly, it can be pretty tiring. Just being alive can be pretty tiring. Anyways, yeah, let's get into this. It's a pretty long video. So Sonic X Shadow Generations all main shadow levels speedrun plus S rank. I definitely did that. Yeah, I definitely S ranked the whole game, so this is like watching myself play the game basically. So yeah, no need to see how we played. Okay, anyways, let's get into the stream. Let's get into it.
Fight. I've got you now. I won't let you get away.
Damn, okay. Wow. Okay, man. Damn. Yo! What the hell is going on? What the? What the hell is going on, bro? What?
Yeah. Chaos control!
Oh my god.
This is ultimate power!
What? How the hell did I get an ad already, bro? I'm not even like a minute in. Bro, leave me alone.
You.
I'm guessing speedrunners probably hate when these animations pop up because they can't complete the damn like game. I don't know. Maybe they like it, maybe they don't, because obviously it's a speedrun and they're trying to defeat it as quick as possible. And also another thing is, do they use the game time like up here this time, or do they use real time to calculate it? I forgot what it was. I think they used to do game time, but then they changed it to real time or something. I don't know. But let me know. Is it the game time over here? Because if it is the game time over here, they can manipulate it by just keep on using chaos control. You know, like just keep using chaos damn control, and the time stops for like 5 seconds, which is really damn good. So it depends on the game. Okay, it's in game time. Okay, if it's for this game, if it's in game time, you can just use chaos control and pause the time however many times possible, basically, and you'll always have like 5 seconds off. Speedrunners have their own separate timer. Okay, I see. He beat the game. Yeah, I said I did beat the game. I want to suggest to you playing some fan games, the whole game, huh? Some are demons, some are worth the play. What the hell is going on? High level Sonic play be like. I've just got home from a walk with my friend and drinking hot chocolate, so I'm good. That's good. I like that. That's nice. Hot chocolate is always good. Yeah, that hot chocolate is definitely very, very good. Because ads love you. Off to a good start. All right. Well, some people do in-game time and then some people do real time, but if it's in-game time, bro, you can manipulate this game quite a bit, I would like to say.
Meet again, Shadow the Hedgehog. Latest creation.
This is your delivery.
The promised time.
What? So what I was tracking is him. I won't let him escape again.
Damn, bro. S rank, let's go. Alright.
Chaos control! Take power. Just ultimate power. Out of my way! Let's do this. Chaos control! All right. Three. Yeah. Do this. This is the ultimate power. That's it. You again. Much fun. Yeah.
You understand soon.
Getting answers from you one way or another.
Come to me if you can.
Animal!
But it's still not enough.
Enough. Do you?
Damn, bruh. They make it look so easy, man.
Lost control! All right. This is the ultimate power. This is the ultimate power. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. This is the ultimate power. This is it. All right. Chaos control! This is ultimate power. Chaos control! Freeze!
I don't know why it's so just majestic watching this. Like generally, I don't want to watch it. Like look at anything else. I'm just like so captivated by how this guy is playing the damn game. It's just it's so clean, bro. It's so clean.
Alright. Freeze! Let's do this. This is the ultimate power. All right. Chaos control! Alright. Freeze! think this will stop me? Yeah. Ultimate power. Free. Yeah. Chaos control! That's it. This is the ultimate power. Freeze! Reach! Chaos control! Reach! Chaos control! Yeah.
go.
Out of my way! This is it! Out of my way!
Wow. Okay then. Bro said F beating a monster, bro. Oh my god. That's crazy. Wow. Okay then. Those were all the levels. Okay, bro. Yeah, this guy cracked at the game. Oh my god. Genuinely cracked at the game, bro. I don't even know what to say, bro. I don't even know what to say. That was just insane. And that was just insane, bro. This guy did stuff in like 2 minutes that took me like 30 minutes to do. That's just crazy, bro. That's just crazy. Oh man, next level. That was awesome. Though. It's cool seeing them speed run and then get S ranks. I don't know, something about it is just is mesmerizing. It's good to look at. All right, let's see what the next video is. I think it's all the cutscenes, not cutscenes, the journals put together, it seems like. So let's see. It is a pretty long video, but I guess there's more than just the notes. Let me see here. Alright. Don't know what happened, but my brain liked it. Oh, exactly, bro. Same here, man. Same here. My brain was like, yo, that is... what the heck is going on? But that is sick. Oh man, now let's see you play this game again. Oh hell no, bro. Absolutely not. I'm not coming anywhere near what we just watched. Anyways, Gerald Robotnik's shadowy past analysis of Gerald's journal and the creation of Shadow the Hedgehog. All right, well, let's see this then. Let's see this.
Up until recently, the character of Gerald Robotnik has always been somewhat of an enigma. A seemingly normal, albeit genius scientist related to Eggman, who lost his mind after losing his granddaughter in a tragic accident. But as for who he was, the man behind the ultimate life form and the countless other scientific breakthroughs made on the space colony Ark, that has always remained somewhat of a mystery. So naturally, when a copy of his diary was released alongside Sonic X Shadow Generations, the very same diary that set the events of Sonic Adventure 2 in motion, as a massive Shadow the Hedgehog fan and huge lore nerd in general, I couldn't wait to overthink every single page. On the inside cover, we can see a note left for the gun commander, Abraham Tower, from the person who retrieved it. They were tasked by Abe with uncovering evidence on the Ark incident 50 years ago, but say that progress has been difficult. Abraham's predecessor was very thorough in his cover-up efforts, and all that survived was Gerald's journal. The note gives ironic credit to Eggman for discovering it around the time of Sonic Adventure 2, implying that that's the only reason it still exists at all, and details the retrieval of it from one of his bases sometime after that game. Dude even took the time to put his own name on the back. You gotta love the shamelessness. The note expresses frustration that the book is severely damaged and that there's no way of recovering its lost pages, ending by saying it's a pity because they would have liked to have gained a greater insight into Gerald and Maria's lives. Many people seem to think the mysterious T signing off is Topaz, the gun agent and close friend of Rouge the Bat from Sonic X. But anime crossover unlikelihood aside, purely based on how it signed off, personal disappointment that they couldn't learn more about Gerald and Maria, I'm thinking it's someone else entirely. But we'll get to that in good time. Showing just how damaged and incomplete this journal is, the first entry listed is number 42. In this entry, Gerald talks about his pride in his research and the discoveries they've produced. Being labeled a genius in his own time is something he not so humbly keeps in the forefront of his mind, but says that even that doesn't compare to his pride in his boys. Both names are of course redacted, but he brims with joy as he writes about them graduating early at the top of their class, saying that they will both have their doctorates in no time. With one specializing in archaeology and the other in robotics, Gerald chuckles to himself about them being chips off the old block, saying he can't wait to see what scientific marvels they give to the world. I think it's safe to assume that the son with a passion for robotics is most likely Eggman's dad and that the son who loves archaeology is Maria's. It's funny though because Eggman, his grandson, arguably loves both. Maybe not always for the right reasons, but we constantly see him excavating ruins in search of power, which probably plays into him idolizing his grandfather and wanting to be a great scientist like he was.
Riley's falling asleep.
Okay, crew, let's get to work.
From the world of Inside Out.
Stop these ads, bro,
As a
please.
child, I looked up to my grandfather because of all the great things he accomplished in his life. He was my hero, and I wanted to be a great scientist like him.
It's clear to see that Gerald holds family as the most important thing in his life, which is only reinforced further by his next entry. With the birth of its first grandchild, Gerald is immediately transformed into the doting grandfather. The child's name is redacted, of course, but we all know it's Maria. As his first grandchild, Gerald makes an instant connection with her. His perspective on life is immediately changed, and he now sees this little bundle in his arms as his true legacy, saying that everything he does from now on, he does for her. A theme which only grows stronger as this diary goes on. Gerald's next entry details how he first calculated the location of Angel Island after deciphering text on an ancient ring he found in the jungle. The jungle's name is redacted, and there's some debate as to which of the many jungles in the series it is, but my thinking is that it's probably the jungles of Mystic Ruins. As the landmass that Angel Island broke away from and a place where members of the Echidna tribe lived previously, it would make sense that a ring referencing Angel Island's location would be found there. But if you have any other theories, be sure to share them in the comments. Going to the island alone to verify his findings, Gerald writes that he's greeted with the marvelous floating city in the sky. Nobody tell him what happens to that or who caused it, but most majestic of all is an elaborate shrine with a massive Chaos Emerald at its pinnacle. Despite what I said earlier about Eggman being inspired by his grandfather and having an interest in both robotics and archaeology, we see here that Gerald has a far more respectful approach. Where Eggman rips and tears in search of power, Gerald doesn't overstay his welcome. He doesn't even approach the shrine, despite every inch of his scientific mind screaming at him to explore and learn. He shows restraint, saying that even standing on the island's soil feels taboo. He ends the entry by saying that even though his stay was brief, the majesty of that emerald shrine will stay with him for the rest of his life. Something we know to be true as he went on to incorporate elements of it in his work. 15 entries and several torn pages later, Gerald details the most ambitious project of his life, the first orbital space colony. As a research facility designed to improve the lives of all mankind from the harshness of space, he christens it the Ark. When it comes to his own vanity though, at least Gerald has the self-awareness to acknowledge it, chuckling to himself about the station's self-indulgent design. In some not-so-subtle foreshadowing of the problems he will face in the future, Gerald goes on to write that his main concern is around the facility's funding. He knows the United Federation will support them, but is worried that the brunt of the money seems to be coming from Gun, the guardian units of nations. As a multinational defense force, Gerald is under no illusions about what they will want in exchange for funding. But perhaps displaying that classic Robotnik family hubris, he writes that he will figure something out when the time comes. After a considerable amount of time and over 200 journal entries later, the arc is now completed, with work now well underway on a variety of projects. Gerald describes his work on the station as exciting, but caveats it by writing for good or for ill. He says they have discovered and have begun utilizing one of the legendary Chaos Emeralds, though he fails to mention where and how they found it. While excited about the possibilities this incredible power affords him, he laments about how Gun wish to wield this power, writing that their requests for weapons have become increasingly overt and decreasingly polite. Going over their heads, he contacts the president to request that he make Gun back off, and the president agrees, but then requests, as Gerald puts it, something equally obscene: a means of immortality. Gerald stresses that his aim is to improve life, not pervert it. He describes the endeavor as laughable, as intangible as a shadow. He refuses the president outright, though upon reflecting on the conversation, writes that he probably should have been more diplomatic about it. Mentally, Gerald is already showing signs of strain. Political pressures aside, he has also learned that his granddaughter Maria has fallen ill with no clear diagnosis. He wishes that he could look into this himself, but stresses that he's needed on the Ark. Ending the entry with some weak optimism, he hopes that Maria's illness will pass naturally, saying that she is too precious to be left to suffer. So Gerald is now under pressure from Gun to create weapons, despite the whole ethos and purpose of the Ark being to preserve and improve life. He hoped he could fall back on the president to rein in Gun's expectations, but he too wanted something just as morally questionable: everlasting life. You can see, even this early in the Ark's existence, that Gerald was already tremendously unhappy with how his work was being dictated. His morals already being trampled under the feet of faceless agencies, and were it not for his granddaughter falling ill, I suspect he would have walked away from the Ark and his warmongering overseers shortly after this entry. Entry 402 details the discovery of a Gizoid by Gerald's son. I assume Maria's father, seeing as he is the archaeologist. At first, the robot didn't garner much of Gerald's interest, until one day, when he was experimenting on a Chaos Emerald in close proximity to it, it started to move. After researching further on the relationship between this robot and Chaos Emeralds, Gerald discovers that this robot could have been the entity that wiped out the fourth great generation. It's been watching him in the lab since it arrived, and after crashing one of Gerald's computers with data on weaponry from its era, he learned that it can actually absorb and replicate those weapons, and likely weapons from the modern age too. Gerald worries what this might mean for the world were the Gizoid to fall into the wrong hands, but unfortunately this wouldn't be the only worry to weigh on Gerald's mind. Maria has now been diagnosed with neuroimmunodeficiency syndrome, a disease with no cure and has caused a steady decline in her health. Gerald pulls some strings to have her brought to the Ark so that he himself can assess and treat her, saying that the low gravity on the station should grant her some modest relief from her symptoms. I found it interesting how Gerald mentions that Maria's family were less than enthusiastic with his decision. Obviously, they want to do everything in their power to keep Maria alive, but the fact that Gerald labels this as his decision leads to some interesting questions around power dynamics in the Robotnik family. Does Gerald hold enough sway that he can overrule his extended family on matters like this? Or did Gun or some other agency just turn up and take her? Either way, it's an interesting choice of words by Gerald and something that stuck in my mind as I continued to read this journal. He quickly shifts tone after this though, writing about how Maria has basically become the adoptive daughter of everyone on the station and is loved by all, even becoming something of a big sister figure to a young Abraham Tower, the Ark's happy little accident, dropping the not-so-subtle hint that two researchers on the station became members of the 62 Mile High Club.
Bro, what?
Gerald writes that the president is becoming increasingly interested in his quest for immortality, and increasingly persistent about results. Just what it is that's causing the president to seek this power so aggressively is never made clear. Where at first Gerald had dismissed these requests out of hand, we can now see that he has opened his mind to the possibility if it might mean finding a cure for Maria in the process. Everything he does for her. Entry 515 details how Gunn have dropped all pretense in their communications with Gerald and are now flat out demanding weapons research, threatening the facility's funding if their demands aren't met. Gerald writes of his disappointment that even though he has agreed to the president's request and is actively working on Project Shadow, that even he can't seem to rein Gunn in, chuckling to himself that he now appears to have a gun to his head on the matter. All the redacting and they missed that joke. Gerald talks of a discovery he made years earlier around an ancient god of destruction called Chaos. Said to command the fury and force of the ocean, Gerald took inspiration from this creature and created AI-based devices that could hold various shapes in water and carry out a variety of actions. The artificial chaos we would all later go on to loathe. He then markets these devices to Gunn as autonomous weapons in an effort to keep them off his back, attempting to ease his conscience on the matter with some idealistic spin that they could also be used in search and rescue. I have no doubts that Gerald is a decent person, but it definitely seems he has somewhat stretched his moral compass once Maria falls ill. He feebly attempts to clear his conscience by envisioning these artificial chaos being used for good, but as an intelligent man, he knows exactly what they'll be used for. His love for Maria is just a far bigger motivation than his morals. In entry 530, Gerald writes that Project Shadow is now in full swing. With harnessing the limitless power of the Chaos Emeralds being the goal, the first step became siphoning that power and applying it safely to living tissue, leading to the invention of the Chaos Drives. Gerald says that direct application of a Chaos Emerald to a living creature seems too harsh, adding that any creature capable of directly interfacing with one would be fearsome indeed. Obviously, at this point, Gerald isn't aware of the ability of hedgehogs to not just interface with, but to ascend past all known limits with these emeralds. If he had been, he probably could have saved himself a lot of grief. With initial Chaos Drive tests showing promise, Gerald writes that he plans to begin trials on salamanders, chosen for their regenerative abilities and manageable size. To continue placating Gunn, Gerald provides them with the Chaos Drive technology to power their mechanized division. He laments powering machines of war, but writes that sacrifices must be made to save Maria, once again idealizing the situation by saying as a genius, he'll fix it all later. You can really see the mask starting to slip now with Gerald when it comes to his morals. With each new demand from Gunn, he is willing to compromise on his values more and more in the hopes that he can save his granddaughter. They now have the leverage they need over him to get whatever they want, and I think Gerald knows it. Unfortunately, in entry 568, Gerald writes that Project Shadow has reached an impasse. The salamander used in the trials reacted poorly to the chaos energy, growing in size so quickly that it could no longer support its own organs. Gerald quickly built it its own custom life support system, but the creature had also become increasingly aggressive and uncontrollable. But Gerald needs it alive. After all, it may still hold the answer to a cure for Maria. He writes that he will do everything in his power to keep it comfortable, and plans to hide it away in a remote corner of the Ark where it can't hurt anyone, giving us some nice insight into the origin of the bio-lizard and how it came to be encapsulated. But Gerald worries about what to tell Maria. He doesn't want to lie to her, but fears the truth would be too cruel. Again, we see that classic Gerald compartmentalized logic. He frames his selective truths as wanting to avoid being cruel to Maria, when in reality it's a cruelty made by his own hand. He was the one who experimented on this creature, and I think it has less to do with burdening Maria, and more to do with not wanting his granddaughter to think badly of him. The scientist who strived to preserve and improve life straying into mad scientist territory. In entry 589, Gerald radiates with pride at the lovely young woman Maria is growing into. But that pride is marred by the heartbreak of watching someone so bright and energetic being ravaged by disease. He writes that because there are not always visible effects of her disease, that he has overheard his colleagues muttering to each other that there's actually nothing wrong with her. He describes this as infuriating and admits that he loses all restraint whenever Maria is slighted. The doting and protective grandfather that Gerald has been since the moment Maria was born has always shined through. And honestly, it's one of the most wholesome and admirable things about his character. Anyone would be lucky to have a grandfather like Gerald, but even he admits that his reasoning is tested whenever it comes to matters about Maria. And I think it's this trait alone that leads Gerald down the path he walks. He goes on to write that even on her worst day, when the pain and fear take over, that Maria remains a font of positivity. She endures for the day that she can finally go home and has absolute faith that her grandfather will save her, which only piles even more pressure on poor Gerald. His family, though, don't seem to share Maria's faith in him. They either want her better or want her home, which basically sounds like cure her now and bring her home, or just bring her home so we can spend what time she has left by her side. And Gerald writes that sadly, he can do neither. And along with the ever-mounting pressure for more weapons research, he also has to bear the weight of his family's scorn. An increasingly broken man who is becoming more and more desperate. That desperation is laid bare in entry 616, as Gerald details his first meeting with Black Doom. Returning to Earth's orbit on the Black Comet's 50-year cycle, Doom offers Gerald everything he needs to complete Project Shadow. All he wants in return is for the ultimate life form he creates to become his herald for the future invasion of Earth. With Black Doom's DNA, Gerald's small but sturdy biped could now interact perfectly with chaos energy, and he was now also one step closer to finding a cure for Maria. Black Doom wanted a herald of war. Gunn wanted Project Shadow to produce undying soldiers. But, and not for the first time, we see Gerald's hubris on full display, saying he will play them both for fools. In entry 620, Gerald talks about why he originally named this project Project Shadow, writing that it was initially his attempt to express scorn for the project, mocking the very idea of eternal life by comparing it to chasing shadows. He says that the name continued to be the perfect representation of the project, as it sounded appropriately villainous for perverting the fundamentals of life itself. But that would all go on to change when his granddaughter put things into perspective for him. Gazing through the glass in awe at the creature inside, Maria says that a shadow tells you which way to go to find the light. With just one sentence, she cut through Gerald's cynicism and gave him a whole new outlook on everything. Gave him hope, taking a name born out of scorn and repurposing it with honor and virtue. Gerald no longer sees Shadow as some dark creature, but instead a champion of life and hope. He writes that he would never have seen that were it not for Maria, saying that she is a truly remarkable force for good in the world, ending the entry by saying that he must save her, no matter the cost. It's great to see that force of positivity that Maria is for Shadow applied to the other people in her life. Like Amy Rose, Maria has a gift for cutting through the vitriol and putting right and wrong into perspective. And it's easy to see how everyone on the Ark fell in love with her and how she had such a huge impact on both Gerald and Shadow. Who wouldn't want a loyal and kind friend who can chase away all our darkest thoughts? Over the next several entries, Gerald details his progress on the Gizoid his son brought him. Discovering that the robot can be linked to a master by showing it power, Gerald links the Gizoid to him by showing it some small arms weapons. Hoping to prevent it from being abused by anyone else, he also attempts to instruct it to never absorb any dangerous technology. His efforts, however, end up being in vain. As it turns out, other researchers on the station have since figured out how to re-establish a link with the bot by simply giving it more power than its previous master. While Gerald realizes this poses a great danger, the powers that be are now threatening to shut Project Shadow down. And with Shadow so close to completion and the cure for his granddaughter in sight, he can't afford to lose Shadow now. It's his only hope to save Maria. So once again, Gerald has to compromise on his morals and hand the Gizoid over to Gunn. But not big or flashy enough, even that doesn't satisfy the top brass, prompting Gerald to create the Eclipse Cannon. Built directly into the Ark Central Reactor, Gerald sees it as a checkmate. The cannon will be big and powerful enough to keep the military off his back, but also possess too much firepower to fire at Earth without destroying the entire planet. The warmongers will never be able to fire it. It will, however, be the perfect defense against the Black Arm's aliens when they return. Knowing that he himself will be long gone by then, Gerald sees the Eclipse Cannon as a gift for Shadow, a weapon to use in a battle he never asked for. You can now see clear as day that Gerald's morals and obligations to the world have taken a back seat to those few he holds dear. His personal goals have now trumped the needs of the planet, and all that really matters to him now are Maria and Shadow. He gave the Gizoid to Gunn with full knowledge of what that could mean, and rationalized his creation of the Eclipse Cannon with the idealistic logic that it could never be turned on humans. Gerald isn't that naive. It never takes much for these weapons to fall into the wrong hands. Entry 651, though, holds a different vibe entirely. Focusing now on preparing Shadow for the world, Gerald writes about working alongside his granddaughter to make Shadow's transition as smooth as possible. You can really tell how much he values this time with her, as despite recognizing that a lot of the work was superficial, he is just happy to be with her. Maria doesn't know the full scope of Shadow's purpose, but she knows that he will be under tremendous strain. So while she sketches out some flashy accessories to help Shadow get around and focus his energy, Gerald carries out research into chaos control so that Shadow doesn't have to learn it all by himself. It really is a nice entry, but even the good times come stained with the negative thoughts of the problems he faces. Alongside the various agencies breathing down his neck about weapons and the looming return of the Black Arms, Gerald has also learned of a rift forming between his two sons. It's likely that Eggman's side of the family probably felt like less of a priority than Maria's. Family discussions were probably always heavily focused on them, and this inevitably led to resentment between both sides. This is evident in Eggman's journal entry on Maria from Sonic Frontiers, and Gerald's journal puts that whole dynamic into sharp focus. Maybe there was even some resentment towards little Ivo for being too much like his grandfather. He admired him so much while his family were growing to despise him. It's just a theory, but that could explain why Eggman broke away from his family as he grew up. Gerald is devastated that his love for his sons has become a divisive issue, and truly comes across as a man who feels that the walls are closing in around him, writing that he is running out of time. In entry 670, Gerald writes of the completion of Project Shadow, saying that Shadow himself is now awake. Gerald describes Shadow's ability to parse and apply the data he programmed into his brain as remarkable, writing that he also shows no signs of instability or mutation. But for Gerald, all of this pales in comparison to how quickly Shadow and Maria have become friends. She is his guide to the world, and he is her stalwart companion. Gerald says that he's never witnessed such instantaneous mutual friendship and trust between two beings. They give him hope for the future and probably serve as a refreshing reminder of the work Gerald did before he was forced down the path of weapons and war. Maria's parents have also been blessed with a baby girl, the baby sister we see Maria speak about in Shadow Generations. She is tested negative for the genetic markers of Maria's disease, but the subtext of his correspondence with Maria's family is still loud and clear. He needs to save Maria. He must get his family back, and Shadow is the key to it all. It's heartbreaking that Gerald knew he would lose his family should he fail to save Maria. He is already motivated enough by his love for his granddaughter, and the thought of losing her seems to scare him more than any alien warlord or government agency ever could. But the added pressure of your entire family turning their backs on you is one hell of a consequence. I think it's very likely that Maria's younger sister is this T character, the person who retrieved this journal for Abe. Her being mentioned in this diary as well as the game seems like far too much effort for just a throwaway reference, so my gut tells me this is her. It makes her desire to find out more about Gerald and Maria make much more sense, and I wouldn't be surprised to see her turn up in a future story. A story that involves Shadow? We can live in hope, right? The next few entries show the beginning of Gerald's downfall as events start to spiral out of his control. His entry numbers have question marks beside them before he gives up the pretense entirely, saying that he has lost track of the days. Gerald is strained. He writes that the Gizoid went completely out of control and rampaged throughout the Ark, destroying most of the facility in the process. He doesn't know how the researchers managed stopping it in the end, but in all likelihood they had a little help. But the Gizoid's rampage had the added effect of causing the artificial chaos to go haywire. Luckily, Shadow was there to pacify them, but unfortunately, the damage was done. The Ark systems automatically sent an SOS to Gunn when the station was under attack, and Gerald is now dreading the reprimand he must face. With entry numbers and readable formatting completely abandoned now, Gerald seems to be re-evaluating his creations, questioning all of the choices he's made in pursuit of the ultimate life form. When it comes to the Gizoid and Shadow, he says that he equipped both weapons with hearts. He theorizes that if power is not something that is to be obtained for oneself, but is instead something born from a heart that yearns for someone, then all conflict should cease to exist, ending by asking that if anyone is listening to his prayer, bring hope to humanity. The final entry is lifted verbatim from his speech in Sonic Adventure 2, and I think he puts it best.
I found Maria's name among those who died when the Ark was shut down. She meant everything to me, and I couldn't bear the thought that she died because of my research. I lost everything. I had nothing more to live for. I went insane. All I could think about was to avenge her. Somehow, some way. I got scared as I no longer was able to control my thoughts. All I could think about was that I wanted it all to end. Based on my original projections, I was able to complete my project, Shadow. I designed its mind to be perfect, pure. I will leave everything to him.
Gerald had lost everything. The granddaughter he loved, the family he failed, his surrogate son, his life's work. He had already been under unimaginable stress dealing with people and agencies who shared none of his values and sought only to use him for their own selfish needs. But to lose the person he had been working so hard to save, the person who he loved enough to compromise all of his morals for, all while having his legacy erased and covered up, that was just too much for him. Even a great mind can only take so much. Gerald's story is a tragic one. A once good and noble scientist who wanted nothing more than to help the world, twisted and warped by power-hungry puppeteers who were happy to abuse his situation with Maria to extract everything they could from him. I don't get the impression Gerald would have ever gone along with the demands of Gunn or the President were it not for Maria. He promised her the day she was born that everything he did from then on, he did for her. And that's the one thing about Gerald's character that never wavered. Gerald and Shadow are alike in many ways. They both were driven by a promise to Maria. They both are essentially good, but prone to bending that good when it comes to protecting the people they love. And they both love Maria more than anything. Shadow's mind and heart were created by Gerald after all, so maybe it's no surprise they shared the same values, especially Maria. I always felt that Gunn were the antagonist in this situation, and for me, this diary all but proves it. Hell, we could probably even throw the president of that time into that role as well. But I don't think the story of Gerald and Maria is over yet though. If indeed this T-person is Maria's sister and she joined Gunn to uncover answers about her family, I get the impression there is more to be told. Lore aside though, Gerald's journal is honestly just a brilliant story all round. It's not just a bunch of random references and added lore for the sake of it. There's actually pacing and new details that make the original story even more meaningful. The sad tale of a once great professor who valued family and decency above all else, descending into madness. The saddest part being how his attempts to save Maria ultimately drove a wedge between his sons and divided his family, destroying the very thing he wanted to save. They either wanted her better or wanted her home, and Gerald could do neither. But now, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Did you enjoy reading Gerald's journal? What did you think of its expansion on Gerald and Maria's characters? And who do you think this T-person is? Are we due a story with Shadow and Maria's sister? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure to turn on
Damn, bruh. Alright, so it seems like sometime in the near future, we'll get Maria's sister. And I think maybe Shadow will probably protect her. I don't know. Depends what type of way they go with that character. If she's as good as Maria, or if she's like just, I don't know, some type of gun agent or something like that. I don't know. It's interesting. That is very, very interesting. I did like what the chapters said. Each chapter was definitely very, very unique. So I did like that. Yeah, so that was good. I like that. That was nice. One second. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Next up is... Let's see what's next up. Next up is... Alright, Mufasa. That's what we have. Alright. Just 2 minutes. Wait. Can I suggest a video, G? Yeah, of course, Omega. What's up? You can watch it right after this one if you want. This is like a 5-minute video. But yeah, I could watch a 2-minute video. We have still lots of recommendations. Give me a second. All right. Sonic 3 beats Mufasa again at the box office. Disney gets blasted again. Alright, okay, I'll save it before I end of the stream. Okay, sounds good, Omega. 3 videos of Mufasa show. Wait, everyone's finishing up first. Sounds good, alright, sounds good. Let's check this out.
Last weekend, we knew that Sonic 3 was going to face off with Mufasa at the box office. A lot of people expected it to be close, but nobody expected it to be that bad for Mufasa, the Lion King. A $35 million opening. Keep in mind, this is connected to The Lion King, which opened to just under $200 million here in the United States on opening weekend.
Damn.
You're talking about a massive fall off for the Mufasa movie. And a Sonic movie that, despite a lot of competition at the box office, speeds to over $60 million. And we saw how Disney tried to spin that and how they got called out, because although Sonic did not open internationally, Mufasa did. Mufasa opened internationally, had a decent, although underwhelming international opening. And they went on to say, hey, guess what, guys? Even though we got our asses kicked by Sonic domestically, since they didn't have an international opening, we're the #1 movie in the world. They got ratioed. They got called out for that. And of course, they decided to hide hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of replies, which mentioned Sonic. So, of course, that just made people spam Sonic and Shadow the Hedgehog more and more. And it's very clear how embarrassing this was for Disney and how sensitive they were by it. And when Christmas came around, and now the weekend after Christmas, people started noticing a trend that despite the fact that Sonic was much more in demand, Mufasa still had all the theaters. And that's because these contractual obligations that Disney basically force a lot of these theaters into. Disney bullies theaters, forcing Mufasa on more theaters than Sonic 3, even as the Hedgehog earns far more. And not only that, not only in more theaters on more screens, but on nearly all of the premium large format screens, which obviously cost a lot more to go to than your normal everyday theater. Even with all of that, here we are at the end of the weekend. And guess what? Sonic reigns supreme once again. Sonic in its second weekend at $38 million. Mufasa the Lion King, although certainly an impressive hold, basically made the same amount as it did last week. Of course, boosted by the Christmas and all that. The fact that it's on so many screens, $37.1 million. And look at the per theater. You can see Sonic the Hedgehog clearly more in demand than Mufasa is right now. Over 10,000 per theater for the weekend, 9,000 for Mufasa. Well, guess what Disney has decided to do once again? The same exact tactic, except this time they're throwing in America. Mufasa the Lion King is now the #1 movie in America and the #1 movie in the world 2 weeks in a row. See it now. Well, as you can see now, there's already a lot of hidden replies about Sonic, about Shadow the Hedgehog, about the reality of what the box office actually says this weekend. This is the truth. This is the weekend for Sonic and Mufasa. Now, if you count a couple days before, like a very long holiday corridor weekend, it made more on Christmas than Sonic did. But this weekend, Sonic made more than it. So it's all about which way you decide to spin things, and clearly, Disney, ultra-sensitive Disney, they're doing everything in their power to convince people that this is a massive smash hit. Now, at this point, certainly Mufasa is going to do better internationally. Lion King made over $1 billion internationally. This movie's not going to come anywhere close to that. Right now, the movie's tracking somewhere between the $650 million range. That would be $1 billion less than The Lion King made. Overall, this is a colossal disappointment for Disney. And if this thing does creep its way to $650 million potentially when everything's said and done, you might be breaking even. That's where we are with Mufasa, the Lion King. Same cannot be said for something like Sonic. Much lower budget, much lower threshold for it to become profitable. And it looks like it's going to have a really solid hold over the next several weeks. Finally released internationally, the biggest international release that Sonic has ever had for any of their movies. But certainly people are going to be keeping an eye on all of this, especially because Disney continues to be so butthurt over this entire thing. Anytime someone mentions Sonic or Shadow, they're hiding the reply. They're doing everything they can, right? And of course, they're getting called out so much for saying, hey, it's the #1 movie in America. If you count the long holiday weekend and not the actual weekend, it's the #1 movie. Weird how that shit works, isn't it? Congratulations, Disney. You're getting roasted. Another disappointment for Disney to close out 2024, as for the second week in a row, they get beat by Sonic 3.
Why the heck? Why? I don't understand. Why is Disney so, like, just butthurt? I don't get it. Like, you have so much money. You know, like, okay, cool. Like, another movie beat you. Like, you don't always need to be #1. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe they're just that money hungry. I don't know. I don't know. But you don't always need to be #1. But I guess with the budget that they spent on the movie, they needed to be #1, I suppose. Yeah, I guess they need to look good, even though you're in second place. But sure. Like, if you weren't even, like, I don't know, top 10 or something like that, okay, that might be worrying. But okay, cool. You're #2. You're not #1. Like, you don't need to be like that butthurt over it. But I guess go off, bro.
Sonic.
Anyways, we have another video on this topic, so this one's a bit more longer, so strap in for this one. This one says Sonic 3 ends Mufasa. Okay then. There's a rumor that Disney wants to buy Sega. Oh my, hell no. Please don't. If that happens, it's game over, bro. You can say bye to Sonic. Don't, Sega, don't ever do that. Do not ever do that. Desperation in a time where people aren't thinking of them positively. Oh, damn. Oh, no, yeah, it's a movie review for both and Sonic 2. Alright, sounds good. Well, let's check this out.
Sonic 3 and Mufasa released on the same day in cinemas, and while their foundations are similar, the execution of these movies couldn't be farther apart. If you ever wanted to watch Disney dig up its own legacy, piss on it, and then charge you $15 for the privilege, Mufasa's your movie. Meanwhile, Sonic 3 absolutely slaps. Anyone who saw a previous entry in these franchises knew this was coming. Sonic 3 just smoked Mufasa at the box office. Because one franchise is great, while the other is a DOA piece of trash they hoped it would somehow limp across the finish line to first place. Sonic 3 and Mufasa are a masterclass in contrast, a tale of two movies that perfectly encapsulates the difference between a labor of love and an exercise in soulless corporate filmmaking. One delivers heart, humor, and genuine respect for its audience, while the other is a limp handshake, a shameless exercise in corporate laziness, a joyless reminder that Disney has long since run out of ideas and dragged the original's legacy through toilet water for a quick buck. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 leans fully into its absurdity while delivering characters and arcs that are shockingly layered and surprisingly human. Mufasa, on the other hand, destroys the legacy of multiple characters with reckless abandon. The movie plods along, hoping that pressing your nostalgia button will be enough for you to not want to murder yourself once you realize the marketing was a lie, that it's all this movie is, and you've been fucking had. Both movies tackle themes like abandonment, adoption, betrayal, and redemption, but Sonic 3 makes you care about them. Mufasa is like sucking a fart out of an ass.
I found a video of this, but I'm not gonna subject any of you to it.
Sonic 3 weaves these ideas into its narrative with sincerity and heart, while Mufasa fumbles them completely, dragging its audience through a hollow retread of ideas that were done better 3 decades ago. Sonic 3 is a ridiculous, heartfelt joyride that respects its audience, while Mufasa is a soulless cash grab that insults everything that made its predecessor great. One is a celebration of entertainment and character. It also doesn't hurt that this one has one of the greatest physical comedians in history playing dual roles. The other movie is a lifeless imitation, a lazy cash grab with zero effort, zero originality, and zero reason to exist. Even the animation style of Mufasa, beautiful as it is polished to the point of sterility. It's like fake eyelashes on a woman. It looks good, but you just know something's off. And who fucking asked for it? Seriously, why do you guys want giant cumbrellas on your face? Let's get into it. I'm going to start out with the positive here and discuss Sonic 3 first, one of my favorite movies of 2024. Yes, I'm going to say something nice. That thing I do 3 or 4 times a year. And that means I'll be tearing apart that piece of shit Mufasa directly after, so you know.
Stick around.
I'm not going to spoil the story for Sonic 3 because I actually recommend this and encourage you to go see it and just have a goddamn good time. But to set the scene, the third entry in this series picks up right where the last movie left off, with Sonic and pals back with their adoptive family and Dr. Robotnik presumed dead. On Prison Island off the coast of Japan, a shadowy looking hedgehog is being held in stasis, where he's been for over 50 years. But a mysterious someone breaks him free, and this Shadow the Hedgehog is plenty pissed off over what's happened to him, creating complete chaos around the globe and requiring the world policing agency known as GUN to recruit Sonic and his team to stop him. Now, I'm a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan, check the Avatar, and I was one of the people who poo-pooed the original movie from the get-go. I didn't think it was something they'd be able to pull off, and after Ugly Sonic, I threw in the towel. But the change in Sonic's look after fan backlash brought me back. Clearly, the creatives behind these movies adore the character, and entry after entry has turned me into a true blue believer. Is the plot contrived as all fuck? Absolutely. Do I care? Absolutely not. I'm not one to suggest a better story wouldn't make this a better film, but if you're trying to go that route, you're missing the entire point of these movies. I've always been an advocate for character over everything. If you're going to pick something to do right, at least make the people or creatures in the story compelling. It's why I still love Spider-Man No Way Home despite all its problems, because like Sonic 3, it was made by people who love these characters dearly, and that's made clear on screen. As absurd as the movie is, I say this with affection of course, the nuance in Shadow and Sonic's arcs is surprisingly good. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 somehow does what most video game movies can't. It delivers characters with actual depth. Indeed, a movie about a blue rodent and his brooding genetically engineered counterpart manages to explore adoption, abandonment, and emotional baggage better than half the dramas Hollywood churns out these days, and certainly better than that piece of shit Mufasa. It's no indie movie, it's loud, it's silly, but it also has the nerve to make you care about two cartoon anthropomorphic animals punching each other. On paper, Shadow should be a joke. Sonic's edgy doppelganger with enough angst to make Kylo Ren look like a well-adjusted adult. The Gerard Way of game characters, the emo John John Wick. But Shadow's arc isn't just angry guy learns to be less angry. It's layered, and dare I say, heartbreaking. His connection to Maria, yes, this is a video game canon situation, and his tragic backstory involves a human named Maria, anchors his rage and grief in something real. You watch as Shadow's vendetta consumes him, but there are cracks along the way, so when the inevitable redemption happens, it actually feels earned. This isn't some power of friendship nonsense. Shadow's transformation is rooted in loss, regret, and finding a way to move forward, and somehow they pull it off without making it feel saccharine. Then there's Sonic himself. You'd think by the third movie they'd have run out of things to do with this guy. Instead, Sonic continues to grow. His relentless optimism isn't just comic relief, it's the counterpoint to Shadow's despair. Sonic's own experience with abandonment gives him a perspective that makes his attempts to connect with Shadow feel genuine rather than forced. 3 movies in, and they're still finding ways to make Sonic an actual character instead of just a meme generator. The dynamic between Sonic and Shadow carries the movie. Their conflict isn't just about good versus evil, it's 2 characters dealing with the same pain in wildly different ways. Sonic channels his into hope and connection, while Shadow uses his as fuel for revenge. When they finally collide, it's not just a flashy set piece. It's 2 opposing worldviews crashing together, and somehow this emotional weight is packed into a movie about chili dogs and an evil genius with a mustache shaped like a Wi-Fi signal. What really sets this apart is how it handles themes like adoption and abandonment without pandering or oversimplifying. Shadow's pain over losing Maria feels raw, not sanitized for the sake of keeping things kid-friendly. The movie doesn't shy away from the darker aspects of these themes, and yet it doesn't wallow in them either. No, it uses them to drive real character development. Have I mentioned how fucking terribly Mufasa handles these exact same themes? Yeah, the cynical side of me can't wait to dump on that fucking thing. It's worth mentioning that Shadow's eventual redemption is one of the most well-executed arcs in the franchise so far. The setup is meticulous. His rage, his grief, his gradual realization that revenge won't fix what he's lost. By the time he lets go of his hatred, it feels like a genuine catharsis, not a cheap plot twist slapped on to tie up loose ends. Unlike Scar's bullshit arc in Mufasa, but I will get to that. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 also avoids the trap of becoming overly sentimental. The emotional moments hit hard, but the movie never stops being fun. It's self-aware enough to lean into its absurdity, but not so much that it undermines the genuine emotional stakes of its characters. The balance is razor sharp, and the result is a film that doesn't treat its audience like idiots. And I don't know how to put this, but Jim Carrey goes God mode in this and delivers his best performance as Dr. Robotnik yet. I say yet because they've unsurprisingly greenlit a 4th movie in this franchise, so I'm sure for enough money he'll be back again, and holy shit, I really hope so. This guy is a national treasure. These movies simply wouldn't be the same without him, and he brings the energy this film needs from its primary antagonist. Remember when comedies were a thing and you'd sit in a movie theater and actually laugh? It feels like that again. Whenever Carrey is on screen, he'll have you sitting back and cackling. You can only take a guess at what's scripted and what's ad-libbed, but it's probably safe to say the director let him do whatever he wanted a lot of the time. Not only is he playing Robotnik, he's picking up 2 roles here as the elderly Gerald Robotnik, Ivo's grandfather. Even with him, the themes of abandonment and redemption are really well done. Ivo initially teams up with Sonic to stop Shadow. This is in the trailers, so it's not a spoiler. And if you've played Sonic Adventure 2 1,000 times like I have, you're already in the know. But his feelings of loneliness stemming from having no known family give Robotnik even more depth. Yes, Dr. fucking Robotnik is more than just a silly arch nemesis. Ivo's story comes full circle here. Not everyone gets the same amount of screen time, but everyone has something to do and a place to wind up. Tails and Knuckles want Sonic to trust them, which grows increasingly difficult as the stakes become more and more personal for Sonic. Again, this is insane that I'm writing all this about a kids movie, but it's fucking good, man. Just damn good entertainment. Lastly, I'd be remiss not to mention Keanu Reeves voicing Shadow. The other cast is great, but Keanu is one of those light bulb moments where you go, yeah, that makes complete sense. Shadow doesn't need to say much, and what he does say is pointed and dark. Keanu brings his most Keanu voice ever to Shadow. He doesn't try any fancy tricks. There's no Bram Stoker's Dracula, "Whoa, wherefore art thou?" to be found here, and it just fucking works. And as a longtime Sonic fan, the Easter eggs in this movie were a lot of fun to catch. Unlike, say, Mufasa, which relies almost exclusively on nostalgia to get you through that train wreck. No, Sonic 3's Easter eggs are in the background or placed in the movie without their point being a distraction. It's something for fans to pick up and are all naturally placed in. From sound cues, music, character movesets, robot and tech designs. They're there, uninterrupting, allowing the story to take place, but awesome for fans to recognize and go nuts over. There's no reliance on prior knowledge for the viewer to get through this movie. The Easter eggs are there if you notice them, like they're supposed to be. They don't break or make the story, or as I like to call it, fan service done right. At the end of the day, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 isn't just good for a video game movie. It's a better exploration of grief, abandonment, and redemption than the other movie we're about to discuss. One the studio probably wishes would be nominated nominated for an Oscar. And that's both a testament to the filmmakers of Sonic and a damning indictment of everyone else on the other side of the spectrum. Now we get to Mufasa, this absolute stinker. This movie is actually offensively mediocre as a rule, and then becomes a borderline hate crime halfway through, once you realize this is just a shitty Lion King redux. I have no sympathy for a company like Disney milking the teat of their intellectual property. A creatively bankrupt piece of shit like this deserves no corner. So with that said, unlike skipping spoilers for Sonic, let's get right into the story of this film. A young Mufasa and his parents are headed to Malele, a place of actual flora, fauna, and other animals. They're just kind of hanging out in the desert roaming, hoping to find it. Yes, in this movie, Mufasa's backstory is not a descendant of kings, but instead he's just a regular lion that ends up an orphan. See, in order to remind you of Simba losing his father, the script subverts expectations, and it's Mufasa who gets separated from his parents in a random flood. Thankfully for him, he's rescued by Taka, or Scar to us, and the plot decides they both always wanted to be brothers, so they immediately decide that's what they are, like it's fucking stepbrothers.
Did we just become best friends? Yep!
At least in Step Brothers, they lead up to their friendship. Here it's literally,
"Oh hi, I always wanted a sibling."
lol, me too.
Okay, well we are now.
Right after they meet each other. Taka's father refuses to accept Mufasa right until the script needs him to, when a group of outsider lions attack Mufasa's adoptive mother, and he kills one of them, scaring the rest away. Right before this, there was a montage of Mufasa showcasing his very particular set of skills that make him a better heir to the throne than Taka, but King Shithead completely disregards him for years as he grows up. Then suddenly, he does an obvious thing, and the script decides it's an aha moment for the King Shithead in the most contrived way possible. Throughout this montage, the king constantly tries to make up for Taka being a weak link, so there's no consistency or cracks in the king's thought process to show that he starts to think better of Mufasa. He just does when the story needs it to happen. This lackadaisical approach to character writing is peppered all over multiple characters. We know where the story is going, so instead of showing us how it gets there, it just is there when the story decides it needs to be. Makes one question what even is the fucking point of this movie's existence. Oh right, money. I'm happy to announce they'll be losing millions. The outsiders retreat to their leader Mads Mikkelsen, the father of the dead lion, and he's basically the equivalent to Scar from the original 90s film. He chastises one of them for not helping his sons and gives him a little pep talk.
If you get the opportunity, you should kill yourself.
Taka and Mufasa are forced to run away from the pride as the king goes down fighting like Russell Crowe, man style.
My fighting is poetry! You don't edit Russell Crowe's poetry, you testicle!
And they decide they're headed to Malele like Mufasa was originally going to at the beginning of the movie. They're being hunted by the outsiders, not those outsiders.
Hey yo! Hey yo! Hey yo!
And along the way, they pick up new friends like Rafiki, Zazu, and Sarabi, who Taka develops a crush on. My statement's now ready. State this dick. Sorry, email interruption. Mufasa, Chad as he is, tries to help Taka pick up Sarabi, but he's not the smoothest dude on the planet. Sarabi eventually finds out that Mufasa is the one responsible for all the Giga Chad moves and heroism, like when he saves her fucking life during an attack by those pesky white lions stalking them, and she falls for him, leaving Taka pissing in the wind. This is what sets off the inner incel of Taka, and he completely flips the fuck out and decides to betray them, cutting a deal with Mads Mikkelsen to set them up. By the time they arrive in Malele, Mr. Mads Hannibal reveals they've been had, and a fight ensues. Mufasa rallies everyone to fight back, because why get eaten by this white lion when Mufasa can eat you later? And because Taka needs to get his Scar, he leaps in front of Mads and takes a swipe across the face. Eventually, the script kills Mads by crushing him with a fucking boulder, and Taka decides to go by Scar so he never forgets his betrayal or whatever. And Mufasa's mom adopts the devious little bitch because whoever wrote this script has an adoption fetish. And that's it. That's the shitty ass story of Mufasa. It's over 2 hours long and could easily have been a half hour, or better yet, just never made. At the heart of this creative dumpster fire is Taka, aka Scar, one of the greatest villains in Disney history, now reduced to whatever the fuck this is. Let's start with Taka's big origin story, or what Disney thinks passes for one. For most of the movie, Taka is a bright-eyed puppy of a lion. He's a good guy, charming, self-aware, even a little self-deprecating. He openly rejects his father's toxic advice, feels ashamed over lying, and never so much as side-eyes Mufasa, his golden boy brother. He's weak, sure, and maybe a little scared, but he's likable. And then out of nowhere, the second act ends and Taka flips like a fucking light switch. 1 second, he's basically Simba with anxiety. The next, he's sneering, stalking, and snarling like he's just remembered, oh right, I'm supposed to be Scar. Why? Because Mufasa stole his girl. That's it. That's the big betrayal. Not years of seething jealousy or a lifetime of feeling inferior. No, Taka goes full Scar because his big brother snagged his crush. That's right. They basically turned Scar into an incel and Mufasa into Chad. It's not just lazy, it's embarrassing. This is supposed to be the tragic backstory of one of Disney's most complex villains, and they boil it down to a lion version of High School Musical. And let's talk about how fucking stupid this transformation is. Not only does Taka's personality do a complete 180, but his body language, voice, and even the way he moves changes entirely. He goes from, oh shucks, to evil Shakespearean son of a bitch in the blink of an eye. It's so jarring it almost feels like you missed the scene. Like maybe the writers just couldn't figure out how to make this transition believable. So they said, fuck it, we'll fix it in post. Spoiler, they didn't. What's even more insulting is this came out the same weekend as Sonic the Hedgehog 3, a movie about a talking blue rodent and his emo rival, managed to handle themes of loss and abandonment better than Disney. Shadow the Hedgehog has a character arc that's actually earned. His descent into vengeance is built on layers of grief and anger. The movie gives you time to understand his pain, to watch it simmer and boil over. When he finally breaks, it feels inevitable because the groundwork was actually laid. Meanwhile, Taka's transformation is about as subtle as a brick to the fucking face. There's no groundwork, no nuance, just a lazy, oh, by the way, he's evil now. Disney is blatantly not trying at all at this point. They're banking on your nostalgia to paper over the fact they put about as much thought into this script as they did into naming the live-action Lion King. Another spoiler, CGI isn't live action. The sheer disrespect this movie shows the Scar as a character is palpable, all under the guise of deconstructing the villain. The whole point of Scar in the Lion King is that his jealousy and resentment have been festering for years. He's a snake in the grass, calculating and manipulative. But in Mufasa, he's just some lovesick idiot who throws a tantrum because Mufasa got the girl. It's not just bad, it's a complete misunderstanding of who Scar is. They've taken one of Disney's most iconic villains and turned him into a whiny little bitch. The worst part, this movie didn't have to exist. Nobody asked for this. Nobody needed a backstory for Scar, especially not one that turns him into a fucking joke. And yet, here we are, watching Disney cannibalize its own classics for the sake of a quick buck. It's cynical, which, shit, I don't mind that. But it's also lazy and insulting to anyone who's ever loved The Lion King. This is a masterclass in how not to write a villain origin story. It takes one of the most compelling characters in Disney's history and absolutely guts him, all while pretending it's doing something meaningful. They try to pull the same trick with the character of Mufasa himself, giving him a backstory nobody asked for, drenched in melodrama and half-ass attempts to reframe a classic. Continuing the fetish the writers have, Mufasa isn't born into greatness, he's adopted. Oh, the drama. The movie goes out of its way to hammer home how special Mufasa is, because apparently being a king who saves his pride and sacrifices himself for his son wasn't special enough. Now he's got to rise from the dirt to take his rightful place. It's as if Disney heard the term chosen one and thought, fuck it, let's just copy and paste the formula from every other mediocre origin story we've churned out in the last decade. The problem isn't the idea of Mufasa having a humble beginning, it's how contrived the whole thing feels. He's plucked from obscurity, not because of cleverness, courage, or even circumstance, but because destiny. Or is it? The movie never really bothers to flesh it out. It's just Mufasa is chosen, and that's apparently all you need to know. Subtlety and nuance, Disney left those on the cutting room floor. What's worse is how this prequel practically rewrites the original Lion King in the process. Remember how Mufasa was wise, commanding, and noble? Yeah, well, here he's a wide-eyed, insecure cub being told over and over again how amazing he'll be, because apparently audiences can't figure that out on their own. The movie also undermines the core of Mufasa's character. In the original, his greatness wasn't about destiny or birthright, it was about choice. He was a king because he earned it. This prequel pisses all over that, turning him into a cliche underdog who's destined for greatness because reasons. It's the kind of lazy storytelling that assumes slapping a tragic backstory onto a character automatically makes them deeper. And speaking of lazy, let's talk about how Mufasa shamelessly recycles its own lore. The parallels to Simba's story are so blatant, it's like Disney forgot which line they were writing about. Mufasa struggles with self-doubt? Check. Learns to embrace his role as king? Check. Falls in love with a supporting lioness who believes in him? Double check. It's the same goddamn story as The Lion King, just with worse writing and none of the emotional weight. The biggest insult, though, is how this movie tries to act like it's adding depth, when it's really just stripping Mufasa of what made him compelling in the first place. In The Lion King, Mufasa was a symbol of wisdom and strength. A lion who carried the weight of the Pride Lands with grace and humility. Mufasa, he's bland. He's kind of an insecure hero who's only special because everyone keeps telling him he is. It's character assassination disguised as a prequel, and the fact that Disney expects you to pay for this garbage which is honestly offensive. Speaking of offensive, last on my list of targets is the CGI. I respect the hell out of the animators, and their nearly endless hours of hard work, but it doesn't change the fact this is another soulless entry in Disney's ever-growing lineup of live-action disasters. Visually, it's a technical marvel. The lions are so hyper-realistic you can count every strand of fur in their faces. But that's exactly the problem. This movie is a lifeless, uncanny valley fever dream, where the characters' expressions are so stiff you'd swear they're auditioning for taxidermy. It's a prime example of how visual polish means absolutely nothing when there's no soul behind it. In the end, Mufasa, the Lion King prequel, is everything wrong with Disney's modern era in one shiny, soulless package. It looks stunning on the surface, but collapses under the weight of its own emptiness. They took one of the most iconic characters in animation history and turned him into a bland, destiny-fueled cliche. And they did it all with an animation so polished it feels like staring into a wax museum diorama. If this is what the future of Disney looks like, I'll show my future kids the original Lion King, thanks. At least that movie fucking roared. And that does it for Sonic 3 and Mufasa, but I also reviewed Sonic 2 a couple of years ago when I first started this channel, meaning it got lost in the void, and being one of my first videos, it's a little cringe, but I still enjoy it and figure you might too. So let's end on a positive note. Here's my review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 from 2022. Didn't expect Sonic 2 to slap harder than Will Smith at the Oscars, but here we are. I'm a massive Sonic the Hedgehog fan, so if this doesn't feel in line with my other videos, I really don't give a shit. I'm not going to be objective here, because this is one of the rare times when I left the theater going, "Fucking yeah!" This movie had heart. There were tender moments and there were hilarious moments. Jim Carrey is at his Jim Carreyest, and it's an absolute dynamite match for this kind of material, and the introduction of Tails and Knuckles are just knocked out of the park. Objective acknowledgements, this movie has some plot contrivances, a little bit of bloat, and I couldn't give less of a shit. Some jokes fall flat, but are entirely inoffensive and on character. This movie wasn't made for critics, and it knows it, and when a film knows what it is, it lets me actually kick back and enjoy it. I know I'm not watching something that thinks it's accomplishing God's work. It knows what it is, it loves what it is, and god damn it, so do I. Dr. Robotnik has returned to Earth to get revenge on the Blue Blur, and this time he's enlisted some help from a devastatingly badass opponent for Sonic named Knuckles. Jim Carrey is an absolute blast to watch on screen, and it looks like he's having a blast playing Robotnik. He's a key cog to this movie's success, and if he's really done acting after this movie, there's going to be a huge hole in the third entry of this franchise. As the foil to a schizophrenic, fast-talking, and fast-paced main character, you need someone who's as frantic to counter him, and Jim Carrey feels like the only actor in Hollywood who could do this. Who gives us a fucking Limp Bizkit reference that lands that good? I'll bet $1 and a handshake that was improvised. There's no way someone wrote that.
Hey, I need Robotnik to betray someone. I don't know what to have him say though.
Jim Carrey's playing him, right?
Yeah.
Just have him do some fucking Jim Carrey shit.
Dude, that's fucking brilliant. Why didn't I fucking think of that?
And Knuckles? Holy shit, what a highlight. I was worried how they were going to characterize him, but they absolutely nailed it and subverted my expectations here. He's basically a combination of Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor, and I mean that as a major compliment.
His people are completely literal. Metaphors are gonna go over his head.
Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast. I would catch it.
I don't understand. Why am I angry at the enemy ball? This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
Oh, you're really heavy.
That's because I have 1,000,000% muscle. Fast the fuck!
He has heart and a major place in the story, and his burgeoning relationship with Sonic over the course of the movie feels genuinely earned. Yeah, I'm saying this about a fucking kids movie. How you like that shit? Tails was introduced at the end of the first movie, and I was a little worried he was going to be obnoxious and have that storyline of the annoying kid who looks up to his idol. The movie was like,
expectations subverted, bitch.
And his character does indeed look up to Sonic, but he's not a drag on him. He's a huge help and makes for one of the sweetest and heartwarming character moments in the entire movie. I was an adult watching a fucking kids movie, so I looked around the theater to make sure no one saw my reaction. While the human characters are generally here for grounding us in reality, they're inoffensive, and the leads playing Sonic's parents are charming like they were in the first movie. They don't overstay their welcome, and besides a subplot that could have been removed, Sonic's adoptive parents are fun to have in the film, unlike, say, the human characters in the Godzilla series or the fucking Transformers.
We got a fire! Bumblebee!
Remember, watch, no! It's clear step, watch the foot, watch your foot! Whoa!
Shut up! Shut the
fuck out!
This is a video game adaptation, and those are almost exclusively
one big pile of shit.
So why does this movie work so fucking well? How did it avoid the movie equivalent of Keanu Reeves taking a shit? Game adaptations that have worked have avoided this pitfall because, well, they don't really adapt the games they're adapting. How can you realistically adapt a 20, 30, or 40-hour game appropriately? Ask Uncharted how that worked out. In some ways, it's like trying to cram a season's worth of television into a 2-hour film. It's going to feel overstuffed and completely hollow because it tries to jam-pack meta references, Easter eggs, and a full storyline that should be a 12-episode series into a matinee showing. Not to mention the inherent goofiness and over-the-top shit that comes with most video games, and you try and figure that shit out for the big screen. You know how Marvel avoided those pitfalls when they were adapting comic storylines? They did it because they completely changed them. That's how. Civil War wasn't the comic Civil War. Infinity War and Endgame weren't the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. And Sonic isn't the Sonic game. What do these things do well, though? They take the essence of what makes them so great and puts them into a much more consumable and smaller scale package. Sonic, the character, is completely intact. His characterization is exactly as he is, and that is undoubtedly the most important aspect. It's why the new Mortal Kombat movie might have been much better served focusing on less characters and a smaller scale storyline. Detective Pikachu, while not a masterpiece, succeeded because it wasn't trying to tell a story about a trainer collecting 8 badges and going to the Pokemon League. Can you imagine that shit working in a 2-hour fucking movie? Jesus Christ. The first Sonic movie took him into a hyper-real version of Earth, and after earning our interest based on Sonic's character alone, and a few fun Easter eggs along the way, it earned the right to start introducing the more fantastic elements from the games. Sonic 2 is where we get an actual Sonic game level within the context of the movie, and it works because it was grounded in something familiar and then building it up from there. It's why we can accept the multiverse in the MCU now, because the MCU started with a more grounded hero in Iron Man, and earned our attention and suspension of disbelief as the franchise progressed. Look, bottom line, Sonic 2 nails it. If you are looking forward to this, you're going to love it. If you enjoyed the first movie, you're getting it tenfold this time. Oh yeah, and stay after the credits. That alone had me going,
Fucking yeah!
Yes,
in
sir.
conclusion, this movie is not Keanu Reeves taking a shit. Till next time, GG's only.
All right. Yeah. Mufasa is definitely not getting too many positive reviews. It seems like. I haven't watched the movie, so I can not give my thoughts. I don't watch movies in general. I mean, damn, bro. We watched the Sonic movies together, and yeah, like I don't ever watch movies, so I don't know what to really say, but yeah, it seems like Sonic 3 is definitely it. You know, he's him, and Mufasa over here is, I don't even know what happened, but something happened. Why the heck is this video unlisted? What? Sean, how the heck did you even get the link to this video? I'm so confused. The video right here, it says it's unlisted, so it's not even posted. But okay, whatever. Anyways, all right. Let's check this out. Disney panics over Sonic 3 box office. All right. I respect that, G. I really do. Yeah. I can't really say if Mufasa is crap or not. I ain't watched it, but with a lot of people's reviews and perception of the video or of the movie, it seems like it's not the best. I mean, I understand that if a movie is just a cash grab, basically. I don't like movies that, I mean, even though I don't watch movies, I'm not a big fan of something that was released time ago. You know, and it was a masterpiece, and then they'll make like a remake of that. Like, why? Just leave it be. That's the masterpiece. Why the heck are you trying to remake it? I know you have better technology and stuff like that, but that's just a cash grab at that point. You know, you want people to be like, oh, we loved this when it was 20, 30 years ago. It was incredible. Why the hell are you making it again? Just leave it be. You know, just leave it be. Let it just stay in history. Let it just be there in history. But no, you want to make another one, you want more money, and yeah. I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but sometimes you can just see through it. You know what, fair enough, Cheese, fair enough. But yeah. I don't know though. Maybe it is an alright movie at least. I don't know. I ain't watched it. But let's check out this video here.
Disney strikes again, hiding my reply within 5 minutes of posting, and honestly, all I did was correct them. They made a post saying that Mufasa the Lion King is the #1 movie in America. Lies! It even got community noted. So I decided to make another post after my first was hidden, and this time, I went undercover with it. Don't hide my reply. I love Mufasa.
Bruh.
Oh, I love Mufasa. Whoa, what's that? What is that on your shirt? Yeah, I got caught. I got outed for lying, but hey, at least Disney didn't hide this reply. Yet. Sonic 3 has now made $200 million at the worldwide box office, and I'm so happy that this movie is doing fantastic. People are seeing it more than once. I was one of those people. I saw it 3 times now. I don't know if anyone is seeing Mufasa more than once. I mean, based off the reviews, it didn't seem like this movie held up well. But hey, if you saw it and enjoyed it, kudos to you. It's always great to enjoy something that you love, and I certainly love Sonic 3. Which, yes, I know you know, I've said it plenty. But here's my thing, it just feels like the Disney studio account is trying to cope with the fact that the Sonic fanbase is so vocal, and how their live-action remakes and movies aren't doing as well as they should be recently. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm having way too much fun over all of this, and I honestly look forward to Disney hiding more of my Sonic replies under their posts. It's just so ridiculous how a hedgehog gets them so triggered. Look, Disney, like, we were offended at one point. Like, I was offended by this, the internet was offended by this, but guess what? They listen to the fans. You? What did you do? You don't listen to no fans, no. They haven't seen nothing yet. Just wait until the live-action Snow White drops. Oh my goodness. They're gonna need to turn off the replies for that one. Like, literally, my goodness. Anyways, go see Sonic 3. It's amazing. Long live the king.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
Alright then. That's very interesting. I don't know why they unlisted the video, but maybe something happened. They just didn't want to get taken down. I don't know if Disney's taking down YouTube videos now or something like that. I don't know. But fair enough. I mean, I understand this video even wasn't even shitting on Mufasa or anything like that. It was not. But it was saying, like, just the behavior of Disney is weird. That's what they're saying. You know, they're not even talking shit about the movie at this point. They're just saying, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, why are you lying to your audience? Why? That's the problem. That is the main problem. And then on top of that, a lot of people don't like the movie, yes, but that's the main problem. Why you capping? I don't get it. Why you capping, bruh? But, yeah, fair enough. Now we're gonna watch a speed art video from Tim. Tim's not even here, but we'll watch it either way because it's just 3 minutes. And it's Shadow. So, I do want to watch this. But, speed paint. Give me a second. Let me put this video up. Speed paint, good night. Fearless year of Shadow the Hedgehog. Alright. Let us see. 2 unlisted videos. Sus. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know what? You just don't know, man. You just don't know. You don't want to get caught lacking by Disney. Alright, anyway, let's see this. Alright, we have a bit of a sadder Shadow, it seems like, in this one. That's sick, bro. That is so good. It just kept getting more and more in depth. I'm like, yo, what is going on, Tim? Yeah, Tim, you're not here, but if you watch this, you are very, very talented. You are very, very talented. That was amazing. That was amazing. But yeah, I do not have the patience to do that, bro. It just kept getting more and more and more in depth. I'm like, yo, it just kept getting better. It just kept getting better. Awesome. That was very, very good. Let's see what is up next. It seems like it's a song. Oh, okay. Without You animated lyrics. Sonic X Shadow Generations. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, give me a second. No. No. Oh, shoot. What is going on? Alright. Yeah, let's check the song out. Let's check this out.
Can you hear me? Do you still hear my voice? It echoes back at me. Why did you make that choice? You surround me, and your memory is clouded by all things dark. I can't feel you there. You'll never leave me, I swear. It's just a nightmare that won't end. So I pretend that I'll see you again, and that I'll save you from all the things I've held to. Now I'm without you. I can't forgive the wrongs I've done you, 'cause now you're gone forever. I remember how bright you shined on your own. Yet I remain alone. That I'll see you again, and that I'll save you from all the things I've held to. Now I'm without you. I can't forgive the wrongs I've done you, 'cause now you're gone forever. I remember how bright you shined on your own. Yet I remain alone.
Damn, man. That's a really good song. Really, really good song. That song is so deep, bro. God damn, bro. They didn't have to give us a sad song like that, man. Come on now, bro. No, that song is very good though. Really, really deep. Really, really deep. Let's check out. I think it's another song from that game. This time it is Boss Battle BioLizard. Okay. Let us see this one. Oh man. Look, you upset this doesn't play in the credits. Yeah, I thought we've heard that song before. I remember. I don't know why I remember some of the lyrics. Tim did good. It would have been perfect. Missed opportunity indeed. Such a pretty melody for this song. It really was. Like they made the song right there. It's in the OST. So, you know, G, I really love Run It. Oh, Run It. Okay, I love David Guetta produced it. Yeah, that was a really good song. Run It is a good song. Oh my god, I agree. I agree. Ooh, BioLizard. But it's supporting me from Shadow Gens, but with lyrics. Oh, okay, I see. I got you. I wish David hired Usher. Loki upset there isn't lyrics in the game itself for BioLizard. The closest for an Usher Sonic song. Maybe one day, Omega. Alright, let's check out BioLizard. Yeah, these soundtracks that come from Sonic games, bro, are genuinely so good to listen to, man. They're just so good to listen to. Man. We've checked out how many? Hundreds of songs probably from this franchise, and there was like, what, one song that we didn't enjoy? I forgot what it was called, but that song was absolutely horrendous and it made my ears bleed. But other than that, every single song has been a banger, bro. Every single song has been so good. This franchise just, they know music. They know music, bro. They are so good at making it. Let's see this one. Which one was this? Doom Zone. Oh, okay. There's a reason BioLizard is one of my favorite bosses. Exactly, bruh. Remember when I suggested Usher and David Guetta for Sonic before, but not Usher? Me when I unintentionally suggest bad Sonic music, bruh. Oh man. Doom Zone. Let's check this out. Sonic Eraser OST, bruh. That was Doom Zone. Now, a lot of these songs, obviously we did listen to it while I was playing the game, but I couldn't focus on it too much because I was struggling to beat the damn level. So this is just a refresher to listen to it once again and actually enjoy it this time, instead of me wanting to break my controller because I sucked at the game. But this is some really good music, bro. This is some really, really damn good music. I know I was enjoying the music in the background, but I was definitely struggling to beat the levels. Alright, we're gonna watch or listen to Boss Battle Neo Devil Doom All Hail Shadow Symphonic Version. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Alright, let's see this. Let it be known that it was Kirby's idea to watch the speedrun video from last stream, bruh. Alright, let's check this out.
Nothing
How can you go wrong? You can't. That was incredible. I like that. Some people think that it should have been I Am All of Me remix, but what do you think? I think that would have been cool, but I mean, I still would always choose All Hail Shadow, bro. All Hail Shadow for me, bro. That song for me is elite. It is elite, bro. But yeah, both of them would have been nice though. It wouldn't have been too much of a concern. Next up is some Iris, I believe. So let's get into this. Wyatt, you still here, bro? I'm hoping that you are. I mean, Sean is, so Sean will get to at least enjoy this, but Wyatt is the one that recommended these videos. Which one is the first one? It is... Oh my god, I can't see. Okay. Draw the Line, original song. Okay, so this is the original version. So I did check out Draw the Line a couple days ago, but this is the original version. All right, with the lyric video. Okay, okay. Let us see this. Either is fine. Yeah, you still here, Wyatt? Wyatt, you still here, bro? Summoning Wyatt. I don't know. Maybe he took a little break or something like that. Okay, you can probably watch it later on. It's fine. But Sean, you're here, so you can enjoy it at least. Let's check this out. Let's check this out.
So draw the line. We are the
Yeah. Oh my god, look at this, bro. Draw the line. Remember, kids, don't bully and do drugs. And don't do drugs. P.S. Will likes crack. What? What the heck, bruh? Okay, now we got a Sonic the Hedgehog ad. Like, what the hell is going on, man? What the hell is going on? What was that end? What was that end? Oh my god. Alright. Okay then, man. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, hold on. Alright. Yeah, that was incredible, though. The energy that this guy brings, man. Still here, a quick be right back, though. Sounds good, Wyatt. Are we slowly turning Wyatt into a Sonic fan? Yes, he's getting infused. He's getting both that Iris lore and that Sonic lore, bro. You're here for two things. We're slowly turning him into a fan as well. Alright, there's the next Iris song is called... All Out As the Lights Go Out. I see. Yes, I got you. The song is supposed to be a bit more on the deeper end of things. Man, just look at Wyatt. Look at him, man. Look at Will. Not really. Fake fan, damn. No, you don't need to be one. It's okay. As the Lights Go Out, original song. Let's check this out.
Before this video starts, I just wanted to let you know that this is a very serious one and very close to my heart one. The song itself represents something very close to me, which is what you guys see as a representation as the show, but what happens on the outside of it is a very emotional factor. A lot of it is to do with a lot of people just don't care about the personality, just rather the show, which can be a very negative impulse and can be combated, but this is something that I really needed to show. These are my true emotions, and I hope you get the message from this, and please enjoy.
Stone cold in the middle of a circus, but the lights are all on you. Try to fake the smile, but the curtain draws on you. When the crowd begins to cheer, it's a sign that the end is drawing near. Presenting the world when the lights go out. The tears fade right before their very eyes, but yours begin to shed. Fake it for a while, but the causing darkness dread. For behind each casting art is the image of a man who's torn apart, escaping the world when the lights go out. Fear not, I had descended before you even knew. I only told a mind of you. The smile you see, can't comprehend it, but I died too long ago. So every time I start the show, I drop the act and away I go. Stone throws for a friend with a message, but the message failed to send. Too many times I bailed, cause the show's about to end. Like an intermittent break, like a purgatory sending me to shake. I walk off the stage, and the lights go out. You would have never believed me while smiling. You would have stopped to intrigue while I'm frowning. You would have helped just to shake it off, but let me try. Maybe you're not supposed to know, but would it kill to just remind yourself I'm gone? broken again as the lights go out. Fear not, I had descended before you even knew. I only told a mind of you. The smile you see, can't comprehend it, but I died too long ago. So every time I start the show, I drop the act and away I go. By the time you hear me cry, I'll have lost you through thousands of voices, all blinded by the sounds. No remorse for me is found, and I am not meant to be chained to the ground. I have no soul, have no goal, have no promises, yet the mask is in the way. So every time I take my leave, oh darkness please, oh just leave me be. Holding on for life, I can't let you know I'm alive. Fear not, I had descended before you even knew. I only told a mind of you. The smile you see, can't comprehend it, but I died too long ago. So every time I start the show, I drop the act and away I go. By the time this little number ends, I'm gone, and you can't cure my mind.
Yeah, this was made quite some time ago. Like around 7-8 years ago, I think. You guys did also tell me how he was going through a lot of things as well during that time. And yeah. Wow. Yeah, that song was definitely a lot closer to him, a lot more personal, a lot more deep. And yeah, it's good that he also said that in the beginning. I feel like if you just listen to a song and don't grab the context of what he was talking about, I mean, it defeats the whole purpose. So that, I do appreciate how he also does give a little quick introduction to the song before getting into the song. You know, saying that it is a very personal and a very sensitive topic for him as well. And yeah, I do like that. I like how he has shared that with people that enjoy his music, and he wants to see that there's more than just to his music. You know, he's human, right? He has emotions, and he goes through a lot of things as well. So I do like how he does showcase that. I think we have one more Irish song here. It is As the Lights Go Out Again, but this time the rock version. Okay. All right. Oh man, this is going to be very interesting. Wow. Okay. Okay then. How the heck do you even change it to a rock version? This is going to be very interesting. Give me a second now. Give me a second. You have me interested. You have me very interested with this. Let me put the screen up. Alright, give me a second. Where is it? This was made when he was in a bad place. How old is he now? Late 30s, I think. Oh, never mind. Same year as Sonic, bruh. Alright, I got you. As the Lights Go Out rock version, let's check this out.
Stone throws in the middle of a circus, but the lights are all on you. Try to fake the smile, but the curtain draws on you. When the crowd begins to cheer, it's a sign that the end is drawing near. Presenting the world as the lights go out.
but the message failed to send. Too many times I failed, cause the show's about to end. Like an intermittent break, like a purgatory sending me to shake. I walk off the stage as the lights go out. Ooh, you would have never believed me while smiling. You would have stopped to intrigue while I'm frowning. You would have helped just to shake it up, but it let me try. Maybe you're not supposed to know, but would it kill to just remind yourself I'm gone? I'm broken again. As the lights go out, fear not, I have decided before you even knew. I've only told a mind of you. The smile you say can't help but break it, for I died too long ago. So every time I start the show, I drop the act and away I go. By the time you hear me cry, I'll have lost you through thousands of voices, all blinded by the sounds. No remorse for me is found, and I am not meant to be chained to the ground. I have no soul, have no goal, have no promises, yet the mask is in the way. So every time I take my leave, oh darkness please don't just leave me be. Holding on for life, I can't let you know I'm alive. Fear not, I have decided before you even knew. I've only told a mind of you. The smile you see can't help but break it, for I died too long ago. So every time I start the show, I drop the act and away I go. By the time this little number ends, I'm gone, and you can't cure my mind.
Wow, I actually really like that version. Obviously, it has a little bit more of a punch to it, especially on the music side of things. But even with his vocals, I would like to say it's a bit more aggressive as well. But I do like it. That was actually really, really good. That was really, really good. I don't know which one I would perform more. I mean, if you want to go for the more emotional side of things and actually feel what he is saying, I feel like you would definitely go for the original one. But this one is just, bro, this one's vibes, so I can't cap. This one is definitely vibes. So it really just depends how you wanna take the song in. But still really, really good. Next up is a video from Shadow Generations, Gerald Robotnik's speech for BioLizard. Okay. Let's check this out. I think the fact he made a rock version of a previously somber song shows that he's over it. Yeah, that is possibly true as well. I mean, if he made a very, very touchy subject song and then later on releases a rock version for it, he's like, you know what, bro? I was sad at that time point, bro, at that point in my life, but you know what? I'm a vibe now. It's time for vibes, bro. Bring in that rock music. No, but yeah, I guess you can take it in different types of ways now. And yeah, okay, let's see the speech.
Tortured soul, I will end your suffering. It's no use. You can't keep pace with me.
This is a death sentence for every human being on Earth. If my calculations are correct,
The space colony arm will impact the Earth in 27 minutes and 53 seconds. All of you will be destroyed, along with your beloved planet Earth. I plan to give you a taste of my revenge once all the 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected. Once I initiate this program, it cannot be disabled. All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel my loss and despair.
Yeah, beating the Bio Lizard was actually really fun. It was actually a really good boss. I had fun beating the Bio Lizard. And yeah, that was nice. Okay, that was cool. That was cool. Alright. Okay. Well, this is a mod. I wish they did this in the game. Oh, I see. I don't remember him talking behind when I was fighting the Bio Lizard. That's why I was a bit confused. I'm like, wait, what am I? Do I have memory loss or something? I don't know. But, okay, it's a mod. I see. I got you. Because I was a bit confused. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't remember this guy yapping in the background, bro. Alright. That's that. Okay, I am tired, bro. It's been 3 hours. Like, that is that for today, bro. That is that for today. We'll watch some other stuff next week. Hopefully more people can join in. We didn't have Alex and stuff today. No KR as well. Kirby didn't pull up. It's okay. The next week hopefully more people pull up and then we'll watch some more things. But yeah, it's been 3 hours, man. Want the last video? Yeah, what's up? What was? I don't know what you. What did you request, Omega? I didn't see it. What the heck was Omega's last video? Did you send it already, or do you still need to send it? There's 3. God damn, it went from 1 to 2 to 3. Okay. All right, then give it to me, bro. Give it to me. What is it? Let's start with a funny one. The SX review getting dodged for weeks. Where you sent? Oh yeah, we were supposed to. Oh my god. Even I think KR sent that last week. Oh no. Okay, we'll watch it next week. Okay, I'll put it on first on the list. They're my bad. Now, where the heck is the video? I think. Weird. I think KR posted it somewhere. Where the heck is it? What? Where the heck is it? Oh, there it is. No, wait. That's not it. Wait, hold on. What? Why the heck can I not find it? Hold on. Give me a second. What? Oh, wait. Wait, what? Cheese, you sent it to? Oh my god, I didn't even see this. Oh my god, wait, Cheese, you sent it to... Bruh. Oh my god. Bro, my bad, bro. This guy... Oh my god, alright. Look, next... Okay, I'll watch it first thing next stream. First thing next stream, bro. I'm putting it on the top of the list. We'll watch it first thing next stream. That gets first dibs, alright? There we go. Boom. It gets first dibs. Nobody else can take your spot, Cheese, alright? I secured it in for you. But we're going to listen to Sam's thoughts on the video, or on the game, next week. Hold on. Right Zero Base 1 Moo video. What the heck? We're having a moo off? What is happening here, bruh? Short video Omega isn't on the Discord. Oh, I'm not in the Discord. Okay, Gur is getting sleepy now. I'm not sleepy now. It's just I don't like to sit in front of a screen for too long now. But 3 hours is pretty damn good. All right, is it a okay? It's a short. Okay. Okay, give me a second. Moo. That's just.
Let's go.
Okay. Hold on. Give me a second, bro. Oh my god. I can't even. There we go. Okay. Just search it. I did, bro. I found it. It's right here. Moo. That's the video. Let's just see what the heck this is, bro. I have no idea what the heck we're just watching. What's on my screen, bro? Oh man, let's see this.
Let's go. Moo. 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 Boo.
What the?
Boo. Boo.
What?
Moo.
Oh my god.
Moo. Moo.
Yo, that's crazy. That is crazy, bro. What?
Moo.
Oh my. Wow.
Let's go.
Okay, that's Matthew. Okay, I see. He's from my area. Okay, wow. That's him checking if someone's gonna walk in. Yeah, I don't know. I think he was looking at somebody or looking at the door. Hopefully nobody heard him or something. That was crazy. That was crazy, bro. Oh man. Yeah, that was. Oh man, that was crazy, bro. You know what? We'll leave it at that. Bro. Give me the next song, bro. Give me the next video. Oh my god. I don't know why we're hearing. I don't know why we're watching Moos now, but we're watching Moo Moo, man. Oh man. One of your people. Yeah, he's one of my people, bro. He's now trending. Oh god. Y'all say my suggestions are sauce, bro, as the Moo guy. That's what everybody's calling him now. Moo guy. Bro, he's the Moo Moo man. No, that's his name now. Moo Moo man, bro. Alright. Yeah, okay, that's a nice little short you gave us, Omega. Give me the next video. Let's check it out. Let's check out the next video. Okay, next video. Okay, he's loading. Sonic Galactic release trailer. Next week, I'll send you a video comparing the bosses in Shadow Generations to the original. Sounds good, Sean. Sounds good. Alright, what? Oops. Sonic Galactic release trailer. Okay. Which one is it? Which one is it? The first video or the second one? I think it's the first one, right? Because it's from 3 days ago. The second one was from 4 years ago. So, is it the first one? The first one, okay. Let's see this. Bro, give me a second, man. The video starts right away. Damn. Okay, Sonic Galactic Demo 2 release trailer game link in description, bro. All right, let's check it out. Starting. Sonic Galactic. Featuring Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails Miles Prower, Knuckles the Echidna. Well, who else we got, bro? Fang the Sniper. Tunnel the Mole versus who's the versus? Who's the versus? What? Who's the versus? Versing these monsters? I don't know. Oh, okay. Alright, you can play as each character. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Whoa. Oh. Is that it? What's going on? Demo 2 out now. Wait, is this an actual game? Oh, you can play today? Oh. What the heck? Oh. Oh, this is fan made. Oh, it's fan made. Okay, okay, I got you. Okay, that's cool. That was cool. Those visuals are really nice. What the heck? Damn. Damn, man. These fans are talented as hell, bro. What the hell? That's sick. That is sick. Okay. Gotta love the fan stuff. 2D animation is so clean. May the year of metal be based. Yes, you can play it. Sam and Fidel already did. Yes, a fan game announcement. Okay, that's awesome, bro. That is awesome. Alright, let me know what the last video for today is, Omega. What you have cooking, bro. What you have cooking to end this thing off, bro. What you have. What you have. What you have. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know, bro. Let me know. Yeah, but that was really cool, though. That was cool. The one is a song you have heard before. Which one? Which one is it? Oh. Usher and David Guetta Without You lyric video? Okay. But I'd like for you to hear it once more to revive before I know I got you. Without You. Usher and David Guetta lyrics. Alright, we'll watch this one. Alright, to end the stream, we will be vibing to some Without You by David Guetta and Usher. And yeah, let's end Damn. Okay, I think that's the song. Okay. All right. That was we listened to that song before. That song is really good. That song is very, very good. Yeah. Good song. Good song. Good thing. Good way to end it. We ended off today, Omega. Good job. Good job, Omega. All right. Thanks a lot again, G. No worries, bro. No problem at all. No problem. Hope our stream doesn't get claimed. We pray for that, please, YouTube. No, it will get claimed, but it won't get blocked. So don't worry, bro. It won't get blocked. So don't worry. No need to worry, bro. No need to worry. Remember anything, just delete it. You know what? New law we need, bro. What new law do we need, bro? What new law do we need? What new law do we need, Omega? A new act for copy-free reactions for reaction channels, bro. Hopefully, man. One day, bro. One day. Maybe one day. All movies, anime songs are copy-free, allowed to react by reactors. Oh, man. Oh, man. A lot of companies would definitely be against that. That is the act we need. Maybe one day, Omega. Maybe one day, but not anytime soon, bro. That's for sure. But yeah, that was that. So thank you for that. Thank you everybody once again for the recommendations and being here. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope everybody has a great rest of their day or night. We'll see you again next Sunday. Another stream. Be ready for that. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good time now and enjoyed the stream. So thank you for that. And I'll do my 10-second countdown. In heaven we will get it, honestly, probably. All right, that's it for today. Thank you guys once again. I'll do my 10-second countdown now. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, see you guys. Thank you all once again, and take care for now.